It was, yeah.
But yeah, shout out to them. I wonder if they are still together. You'll tell me at the end.
Oafish.
I think I know that they're together because I think they're on that quarantine one.
Yeah.
But anyway, you could tell me at the end. So, are you good or do you need a break?
No,
You're good. We'll press on. So next, we have Mike and Aziza.
Oh, God.
Could you describe them physically for me, please?
And Aziza, sorry. Kind of reddish hair.
Yeah.
And looked kind of...
She's from
Didn't
Russia.
really look typically Russian. Looked quite slight and got a darkish skin.
She looks a little bit Asian,
She looks a little bit Asian, yeah. It's hard to describe it, Aziza. Mike looked
Aziza.
Aziza. Mike looked like a bald shark. That was easy to describe him.
Mike's like a chubby fella, very bald, sort of like a Cheshire cat.
Constant grin on his face.
Yeah, and like Aziza.
The two polar opposites. God, where do you start with this one?
Has Aziza got like a resting bitch face, or is she actually horrible?
I don't know. She's like, I can't work out whether
still
she's
don't know
misunderstood
now.
or just psycho.
I do think she was misunderstood, but also, you got to smile
Sometimes.
at some point.
Maybe she was born with a condition where just her one facial expression is just loathing everything.
Yeah.
Everything she came into contact with, the expression got that 1 degree worse.
Yeah.
Especially when Mike was like creeping on her in bed. But go on, you'll have more to say about that.
So yeah, Mike was from, I can't remember if he's from America and she's from Russia. I've written, Aziza looks like she can't stand him, and that was the common theme throughout. They met online, but not on a dating site. I think it was a language site that they met on. So we had the original OG naysaying friends here, Scott and Kelly. Talk about the naysaying friends on 90 Day Fiance.
They were pretty harsh. I remember in that first scene, they said to him, we're just not sure about how quick it is. It's just like, fuck you. It's got nothing to do with you. But the naysaying friends in particular get worse. I mean, they're actually quite mild.
They're so rude.
They're so rude.
Every single season, there's like at least probably 3 or 4 either friends or family members who are just like, are you mad? Why are you doing this? But then not just that, they don't just say it to the person before the person comes over, they say it to their face.
To their face, as soon as they walk through the door in some cases.
Are you just here for the green card or whatever? And worse, we've heard a lot worse, but we'll come to that in a later season.
It's always a naysaying friend or a naysaying sibling.
Yeah. Some of the siblings on this show are quite amusing. So, like that last season, that brother he took along with him. Fuck, why?
Bizarre, isn't it?
Why? Anyway, this was Scott and Kelly, and they were like, "Oh well, she had a working permit that was denied, so maybe she's just you know."
I mean, I have to say, when I heard that again, it sounded like Mike made it sound as though their relationship didn't really become a relationship in a romantic sense until her visa got declined.
Yeah. So he's.
So it does kind of make you think. No. I mean, it did make you think a little bit whether she just thought of that because her visa got declined.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still don't really know what to make of it.
I doubt if she was rushing over for his good looks. So then I put Aziza seems cold and rather horrible, but is this a cultural thing? But this is a conversation we often have on 90 Day Fiance. Is this a cultural thing that someone's just being a cunt?
I don't know. Yeah, it's really hard to say.
Like that woman, that Finnish woman.
Oh,
she was
ice. She was a fucking ice queen.
Yeah, she was just horrible. Just they're like, no, it's just our culture.
Just our culture. Oh, we are Finnish
people. What culture is that? Just to be a fucking cold and nasty to everyone.
Cunt, through and through.
Well, maybe we should start doing that. Yeah, that's just the British culture.
It's my Essex culture.
Yeah. Well, that is.
No, I mean, I still don't really know. However, she did, show emotion in that one scene.
But he seemed to always be sure that she loved him.
I just get the feeling that she was a lot different with him.
With him on their own.
When the cameras weren't on.
Yeah.
And she was obviously very shy as well.
Yeah, she was.
Something I've spoken about with you before. I think I only maybe mentioned it once, but obviously everyone who appears on the show must get some sort of training of how to be. Because what I'm saying is, nobody ever looks as though they're kind of like, when we're in conversation, they're kind of like, half looking at the camera or stuttering over the words.
No.
Like if it was me and there was a camera in this house, I'd be like,
there is a camera in this house.
But do you know what I mean? I'd be like stuttering and I wouldn't really want to talk.
Don't look at the camera.
So maybe she just struggled with that. Having a fucking camera pointed in her face.
That's a very good point. So then Mike was trying to come on to her in bed on the first night saying, so we're gonna, and she was like, no, I don't want to have sex yet. She said, we just need to be patient. He came over.
He was slivering over, wasn't he?
I've written he came over as creepy, and she looked like she'd rather eat shit. Those are my exact notes.
She actually, at one point, when he was like,
Coming
his hand was slivering, like his busy hands were slivering over to her. Her skin was actually crawling. If you look closer, you can see someone's skin actually crawl. But I don't know, yeah, it's weird.
Now, the next thing that happened was they meant to meet his hard-faced mother and sister. Do you remember those two? His mum was so fucking horrible.
Just horrible.
And his mum was like, oh, you hungry? And I noticed she said yes when the mum said, are you hungry? Then the mum served dinner. And do you remember she wouldn't eat none of it?
Yeah, she couldn't eat any of it.
Yeah. And it was basically, she doesn't like eating in front of people. Yeah. Which is we can relate to.
Yeah, I mean, like, I obviously she had, what would you say, an eating disorder? Maybe. Some sort of, let's say something like that.
I hate eating.
I mean, I hate eating in front of people anyway, but if I had to do it, I would. However, she obviously had a real issue with it.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, if it was me and someone had that particular issue, it's just like, yeah, sure, whatever.
People ain't like that.
I know, but it's
weird,
though. It's just,
people ain't
it's
like
so
that.
ignorant.
People are like, if you don't eat the
Precious
food, and this is a 90 Day Fiance thing, if you don't eat the food, you're disrespecting the culture and the family and everything. Like, maybe you just don't like the fucking food.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
You know, maybe this is a bit of a double standard in a way, though, but I can understand that more when it's, you know, when we've gone over to different countries. In before the 90 days, and like they've cooked a big sort of like pig which costs a lot of money and they don't eat it. We weren't like, for example, on Lenny's side then, were we?
No,
but we are on Aziza's side now.
Yeah,
which maybe it's a bit of a double standard.
No, I said
because they're in America.
Well,
you know,
it's not like they were trying to make Lenny eat something that bad.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough if you're a vegetarian.
What was it with Aziza?
I think it was just a cheeseburger. No, but it's not that she didn't want to eat it, it's that she didn't like eating in public. Yeah. Well, whatever it was, she didn't want to eat it.
Yeah.
She was clearly awkward and shy.
From what I can remember, Mike did stand up for her.
He did actually. And the mum was like, oh, it's very disrespectful. And the dad went, and he went, oh no, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. And I just thought, fuck you, Dad, you cunt. So then, I've written Mike pushing Aziza for sex again. And then they went to a hideous wedding venue and they were supposed to taste the food and Aziza refused to taste the food as well. And she was like...
At that point, they probably should have stopped going to planned eating events.
But you know what? Aziza was completely right. This wedding venue they went to was shit.
It was.
And she went, she said, it looks sort of fine for like a business meeting, but it's saying, well, I want to get married. She said, I like feminine things. And I thought...
True,
that's fair comment.
A word never spoken.
It's a shame other people don't say that on 90 Day Fiance more often. Here we have the first instance of Ted sending in a fake person to flirt.
Oh my god! As if any fucker would flirt with Mike. That was just absurd.
He was outside of the pub or the club or whatever it was, having a cigarette. And these two girls like, hey. And then he was like,
we're with 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, we're the runners from 90 Day Fiance. And then Aziza come out and she'd fucking hell. I didn't know her face could drop more.
Jesus,
but it did.
Yeah.
And then she, hold on. And she's going, oh, who are these people? And then they were like, oh, how did you guys meet? And she went, oh, long story. And then she like just grabbed hold of Mike. And then
shepherded him away.
Yeah, but then Mike was like, before that, Aziza didn't want to have sex with me, and that night she had sex with me. She got jealous.
Fucking hell, that's all it took.
That's one way to do it, guys.
Ted helped him out big time.
So that was weird, wasn't it?
That is weird.
Then she banned strippers at his stag do.
Usually, on that case, it's like Ted giving you a backhander to facilitate that situation, but Mike probably gave Ted a backhander.
Yeah.
So Aziza would sleep with him.
Yeah. I was weird when she suddenly got jealous. Like, oh, you don't fancy him, and then she had sex with him.
Bizarre.
Strange. So then it was Mike's stag do, or what do they call it? Bachelor party. He was hanging out with some girls and dancing, but there was no strippers there. Yeah. Meanwhile, Aziza was getting the fucking third degree off of his mum and sister.
That was one of the first times in 90 Day Fiance, of which there are quite a few moments of these, by the way, Well, I thought it was kind of awkward to watch.
Yeah.
Like, kind of a bit horrible.
It was horrible.
I can't remember exactly what the mum said to
I
her.
can tell you exactly because I wrote it down.
Hit me with it.
Firstly, Aziza was refusing to drink, going, I ain't drinking that, about all these different drinks. In the usual self. And then the mum said, aren't you having the most wonderfulest time ever? She said, I've figured out your plan. She said, I'm going to go to America and the day after the wedding, I'm going to feed them all rat poison.
Fucking hell, man.
And then she was going, do you actually love Mike? What do you love about him? And Aziz was like, oh, she said, oh, he's my best friend. And she said, when I'm with him, I feel safe. I was like, then Aziza started crying.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, she does actually have feelings. And then the mum sort of suddenly realised that Aziza did have feelings for him, and she sort of backed off.
She did,
quite
backed
suddenly.
off big time, yeah.
And she was like, oh, shit. Like,
she must have realised she'd gone too far.
Yeah, she had.
That was quite horrible, really.
It was. The mum and the sister both fucking
ganging up.
Plate-faced pair of old harridans. So then Mike didn't come home till the next morning, which he was in trouble for that. And then Arissa Aziza went wedding dress shopping with the mum and sister, but they kind of fucked off and left her on her own, which wasn't very nice. And Aziza was crying because her mum can't make it to the wedding. And then you saw a side of her where she was emotional as well with her mum.
Yeah.
Then on the wedding day,
she was nervous as fuck.
Yeah, her dress was nice. I can't remember what he was wearing.
Some ill-fitting suit.
Oh, I know what he was wearing. Like a white shirt and a black tie. Looked like he's going to a funeral.
Oh, God.
Ill-fitting. I put, she's reluctantly smiling, walking down the aisle. And then Mike said, it was nice seeing her smile. And I wanted
for the first time ever. Honestly, when she was walking down the aisle, though, it was like she was walking the plank.
She just still wasn't smiling. I wasn't smiling as well. It was like grimacing.
A shit-eating grin.
Yeah, it was grimacing. And then she sort of smiled as she walked into like the reception. Sort of. Ish.
A little bit. It was like a hint of a smile.
Yeah. That was it really for them.
Yeah.
That is true. That bit with the mum grilling her, that was like one of the first true bits of drama in 90 Day Fiance, which we've come to see a lot more of that type of stuff.
It was one of those first moments for me as well where I just thought, oh, this is a bit awkward. Like almost like horrible to watch. Yeah. Because they were proper like bullying her basically. But good drama.
There's a lot of awkward, horrible to watch things. I just realised we should have ended with Russ and Paola and not this fucking sack of shit. Do you need a break or are you good?
No, I'm
okay,
right.
Let's press on. So, can you describe Lewis? How do you say it? Louis or Lewis? I've forgotten. Louis.
Lewis.
Is it Lewis? What about Louis Walsh? That's about like that.
Oh yeah, Lewis. I thought it was Lewis.
It's got to be Lewis for American, isn't it? Anyway, Lewis and Aya. So he is 33 and from Indiana and looks like he's constantly crying. And she is Aya from the Philippines and she's 30. Can you describe their physical appearances to us?
Aya kind of just looks...
Bland,
yeah.
Pretty,
she had a pimple on her face.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of it for Aya.
Fucking hell.
And he was kind of like constantly... He was basically... in a constant flood of near tears.
Yeah. With a
goatee. And he was, on his wedding day, was wearing those god-awful sunglasses.
Yeah,
he was going to a rave.
I give those sunglasses to Lionel on my island, just to try and zhuzh him up a bit. Yeah, they're like dad sunglasses, those mirrored sunglasses. And he's kind of like fat and just looks like is a walking heart attack.
Crying warthog.
I've written he has 2 sons with horrific haircuts. And an ex-wife who's seen better days.
That was my
oh god!
my classic, right?
We'll get to that. Yeah. We'll get to that. Hold on. Oh no, not we'll get to that. That's the worst. So he broke the news to his sons about his new girlfriend by saying, "Have you ever heard of the phrase mail order bride?"
Fucking hell! What a way to open.
She's
up.
not that.
just to eliminate any doubt that you didn't have. I thought that was kind of sad when he was saying to him, like, if anyone says that to you at school, just know that I love her a lot.
Yeah, everything about him was kind of sad.
It was tragic.
It was kind of depressing, sort of downbeat sort of a feeling.
Like, slit your wrists kind of thing.
Yeah. So then, luckily, he's got a good relationship with his ex-wife. Now, we've seen a lot of friendly relationships with exes on 90 Day Fiancé, believe it or not, haven't we?
We have.
A lot of people are very close to their ex-wife, sometimes a bit too close, or sometimes a nice amount of close.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about Lewis's ex-wife?